Good morning. Today is the 14th of July 2016. At 10:15, we are looking at the Indian markets and the world markets. Let us first look at the S&P 500, which was yesterday's movement. And when we look at yesterday's S&P, we see it is it closed at the same from the day before yesterday. So and market traded in a trading range with sideways movement. So we saw some ups and downs in the market. Not quick, but still good movements. And so the market was basically there was not much of selling pressure that we were expecting from these things to come, and not also it's a huge up movement that we are expecting. The market it's still in a decision mode that what will happen now. This is on the basis of the political and the monetary scenarios regarding the world. So we have seen up to yesterday what actions does today of Bank of England would decide over market can be seen. The volumes are very less compared. Let's first look at the European market, then we look at the Indian market. Even in that, we saw some huge heavy trading in both directions. So the volatility was more because we saw a very good stabilization part where markets are now stable at their highest levels. So that part bring an indecision regarding the economy and the markets. So that's why we saw a good amount of market movement. Let's not let's now look at Nifty, how it is right now. So if we consider Nifty and if we have looked at how the Nifty is looking, you surely would have noticed the movements that are taking place in Nifty. So first of all, the movement from its lows up and then down to from these two range. The market was moving in these two ranges. So you see this move, this move, and again this move. So if you see on 1 minute chart, you had a very clear idea. We saw market going up to this range, we could have bought here. Then again, when it reached this range, we should have sold again here, taking our profits moderately, not always looking to reach the next level because many of time happens that it doesn't reach the level, it just turns over again. So taking our profits moderately. Then again, this move was from this range to this range. Then we can see based upon how we place our order, we can get things. But if you look at how we would have taken profits here, so based upon this scenario, we would have taken our profits when we saw this movement and it reached this same level. You see, we are seeing the markets reaching this point uh, and changing direction again. So the good opportunity to take profits here. If you look at this point, the market is looking at this point, I think, and from again to this point. And again, to buy from here, that around the same range. So that's how the markets are trading in a trading range. And when we look at the futures market, You could see not that much of movement, but still the profit and tradability was there from year to year. Again, if you see, considering this chart, you can see the range was around 20 to 24, and this is how it down to taking our profits moderately. Then again, if we see from this perspective, we could take our trades here, and based upon that, this was on those three ends. So we could think of taking trade here. Similarly, I take trade from down here, taking profit here, and at the same time, we could have taken profit this one, but still, we could have still waited for the this similar level here. Where again, buy. See how that buy works. We're looking at how the market is. So market is always with a risk that this trade from this one to this one, what you are expecting may or may not take this, depending upon how you manage your trades and how much risk you are able to take. For this scenario, if your risk you're taking this trade and your risk is around this point, 508, 508, and it's a more guarantee to take your stop loss at base point, which 503 level. So 505. So taking a trade at 5050 and taking a stop loss at 505, so around 10%. You have stop loss. Similarly, you could say the same over the target, 525, same thing. So once you know your profit and your risk. So depending on how you see the probability of the trade going on from you can take the profits. See in the one chart you can see there is this if you see this bar you can see this is the reactionary buys coming in after reaching the same point because if the market moves down in this same reaction to the lower level, it can reach um, can peak up to the next level. So those tries to get back in the shift. So that's why this huge bar we can see that. But at the same time, when we look at the futures market, there is some the volumes are very less. So for the whole morning, because if you see the starting trades, none of the trades have crossed 50,000 per minute mark. So the volume of volumes being traded are only we normally see a good amount of trades in the first of the morning and later on in the day and in the middle of the day. So we saw yesterday late good amount of volume in the middle and in the start. Today was very less volume from the start. So the market is still waiting on how the policy implementation will affect. So the market will be in the same trading range as far as we know. And let's look at how markets will act after the European event. Thank you.